Okay, now one thing you're doing which could get you into trouble on your test is you're not staying back from cars who are doing something unusual. So here, the car in front of us, that silver color car, it's got its brake lights on. Okay, it's going to try and park on the left there. What you should do, now it's giving a left signal, you know it's going to try and park in there. It's going to block your lane a little bit. You've got cars coming the opposite way. Just stay back, stay where you are, or go a little bit more close, a bit back there, maximum there, and then just wait and let the car finish parking. But what you've done is you're too eager to go around it, and this could be a problem if you get too close to this car. If you get too close to this car, just stay well back. Don't get into this trouble. See, and then you're going very close to this car as a driver. Just stay well back. Okay, now this is another occasion where you're too eager, driving like you're late for work or something. This car has done something dodgy here, and you've just gone around it really close. Now the car is going to do a bit of turning to go back. Okay, when it turns like that, the front of the car is going to stick out a bit. Going past it here is quite dangerous. So just stay back, let the car finish parking before you go around them. Okay, and then straight after that van done something dodgy, another van does something. And again, this time I think you would fail for this. Okay, so there's a van on your left which is backing out of a road, and there's no guarantee that the van driver has seen you. There's a bus stop there blocking the view of the van driver. There's no guarantee that he's seen you. You go behind him, he might continue coming back, he might come back faster, he might hit you. This is something that I think would definitely be a serious fault, especially if you've done it 2 other times previously. This is definitely the icing on the cake, and it's a serious fault. But alone by itself, even if it's the only time you've done it, it could be a serious fault. It's quite dangerous to go around something that's reversing. This was your first serious fault. It was going past this cyclist when the light is red. So the traffic light is red. There's no need to go past this cyclist, only to cut back in front of him, very close to him. So now you've slowed the cyclist down. The cyclist has kind of had to go around you. So in the highway code it says we're not to overtake. So you shouldn't overtake where traffic is queuing at a junction, when you would force another road user to swerve or slow down. So these 2 things you've done: you overtook at a junction where traffic's queuing at the red light, and you forced the cyclist to swerve and slow down. And the next mistake you made, you went from this lane to that lane with no mirror checks at all. Okay, so this would be a serious fault. You've gone from one lane to the next with no mirror checks at all. There could be a cyclist or something next to you. So as you come here, you're in this lane. If you go to that lane on your left, you've got to check your left mirror. There could be a cyclist between you and the parked cars. Okay, so you've gone without any mirror checks. That would be a serious fault. Okay, now here we turned right, and you were kind of confused if you'd done the right thing or not. So here the turning was fine. You've turned into the correct lane, and then you got straight up. You've done a bit of a funny turn with your steering there. Okay. Now down this road, you got a serious fault for your position. So just forward it. Okay, so now you're driving kind of in the center of the road over this middle line, which will be kind of acceptable if there's no cars coming towards you, because you're leaving space for the parked cars. But then a car started coming towards us the other way, and you've not moved back over to your side of the road. You stayed in the center of the road for too long. So you see here, we've got a white van coming towards us, and you're still in the center of the road. You're not moving back over to the left side. Now, I've seen this happen on a real test, and the person failed. The examiner failed them for not moving back over to their side of the road when there's a car coming towards you. So this would be a serious fault for positioning. Now, on another occasion, again with your position, you would fail here as well. So here on this road, so here we've got a car coming towards us, so you have to be more on your side of the road. which you were fine, perfect, and then you move back away from the parked cars, driving into the center of the road, which is perfect because you want to leave space for the parked cars. But over there, where the road bends, you can't drive in the center of the road. Even though you're going to be leaving space to the parked car by driving the center of the road, if a car comes from the other side around the corner, you're going to be in big trouble. You could hit someone head on. So going around a bend, you have to move back over to your side. Even if that means being close to the parked cars, you have to make up for it by going slower and being near the parked cars around that bend, which you haven't done. You've stayed in the center of the road, and now if a car comes around that bend, you could hit them head on, or they could hit you head on. You need to move back over to your side, especially with the gap in the parked cars. You've got to move back over that side to get a better view around that corner. So here's what I've told you, come back to your left.
You've got to be more than on the side of the road because you can't see around the bend.
Okay, this is the mistake that you regularly make on the Red Bridge roundabout. So you're driving in the very left lane near the curb. You're driving in this lane. So when you go past the traffic light, the lines disappear for a little bit. You must be in the lane nearest to the curb on the left. So what you're going to do, you're going to go into that lane. So I have to pull you back into the lane nearest to the curb.
Next to the curb, in the left lane. Start from the left lane, then left lane.